So while we talk about, when we talk about personal data, or it's about individual rights, but it's also about data fiduciaries, data processors. So there are a lot of such terminologies used in the Act.
Yeah.
But to be precise, if you have to talk something around obligations of these data fiduciaries and processors, what could be that under this Act?
I think Isha, you know what, as a layman, understanding of even a basic data protection law would help the audience out here. So if I have to speak about data, DPDPA specifically, I think Section 8, yeah, if I'm not wrong, Section 8 of the Act talks about specific obligations of the data fiduciary, and then rules clarifies on some data fiduciaries. When we have suggested this, what does it mean by? But two caveat that I would like to give here to the audience. Number one, as against every other data protection law, which have talked about the responsibility of joint data controllers or data processors in EU GDPR context, our law has specifically said that if you are a data fiduciary, and who is a data fiduciary? If you are determining the means and purpose of data collection. So the basic test that you have to see is, am I collecting the data and am I processing the data for my business purposes? If yes, I am the data process fiduciary, and then I have to take care of all the obligations set out in Section 8 and then Section 9 if I am a significant data fiduciary. So I think the only two connotations to data fiduciary in our country is data fiduciaries and significant data fiduciary. Who is going to be a significant data fiduciary is still a question, but if you should assume that if you are processing vast amount of data, volume of data, you are a significant data fiduciary. So I think in that context, the first test that you have to undertake is, am I a data fiduciary? If yes, all the obligation lies on you. Please don't be like very casual that data processors will have that responsibility, because Section 8 subclause 1 specifically says, irrespective of any contract to the contrary, data fiduciary is responsible for the compliance of the act. So that thing I have to be like has to be made very clear. And then it comes to the second thing. If you are starting off with your compliance journey, the first thing I think I advise everyone to do, please go back and review your contracts. Even if your data processor does something wrong, it's going to come heavily on you. Data processors have no responsibility. So in that sense, एक तो ये clarity होनी ही चाहिए. And then second, obligations part पे if you have to talk about, again, having those data protection principles rightfully in place, right? No matter what the law is, if you are complying with the principles that data minimization, collect only what is necessary, purpose limitation, maintain accuracy of the data. So you have to have these metrics in place. So if I have to specifically talk about these responsibilities, the number one is obviously comply with the provisions of the Act. Number two, obviously have reasonable security safeguards for whatever data you collect or you have in possession. Number four, process only collect data only that is necessary. Implement privacy enhancing measures could be one. If you are collecting children's data, comply with the requirement that is set forth in the law. And yes, have enter into data processing agreements only under a valid contract. So these are some obligations that are set forth in Section 8, and rules clarifies it. Okay, what do they mean by reasonable security measures? They mean that you have to have data security measures like encryption, obfuscation, data masking. You have to maintain logs of data forensics, right? For if something happens. If there's a data breach, you have to report the data breach to the affected data principals and also to the data protection board. And then rules clarifies how much hour time you have, 72 hours, right? But like these are some obligations that are there in the law, and then we all know that with all these obligations you have an attached penalties. If you fail to do this, what's the repercussion? And I think that's something which industry is freaking out, but I still believe our Indian law is better because we don't have a regressive provisions like 4% of your global turnover. We have that maximum capping, and then we talk about कि वो भी हम तब लगाएंगे when we assess these factors कि what were the reasonable security measures you had in place.
Right.
What did you do to redress the grievances of a data principal? What did you do to ensure that this nothing happens in future? Then when I read this with the voluntary undertaking provision, what I read, Isha, for sure is our Indian law talks about a proactive compliance. What government wants that please go ahead and do your implementation. And we are not sitting here to levy a penalty on you, but to let you know that you have to take care of the data that you have with the country. So I think obligations ke saath, and the duties part, obviously we can't forget, right? Ki if a data principal have a duty to maintain accuracy and consistency of data, a data principal is also asked to give or furnish authentic information and then associated penalty with it. So I think in that sense, I see that DPDP is a really beautiful law which says ki there has to be balancing interest. But yeah, with this, I don't know, it's my personal opinion. Only challenge that I see, Isha, is that we don't have a right to sue personally, right? Ki if my data is breached, I should have the right to get compensation or whatever to make it good, right? But what I see, these penalties, even if they are levied, they are not coming to me directly as a data principal. So I'm not getting any good. So I don't know what is the benefit that I go and report that data, report that incident to you, right? So who is actually benefiting from all this arrangement is something I think is still challenging, but we'll see that how this can be figured out. But personally, I feel this is an issue. Ki I should be benefited or I should get the redressal actually when my data is being breached, right? Only notification of a data breach might not help me as an individual or a data principal. There should be some extra element there.